This is a video intended for the Long Island Tea Syndicate. Guys, I took Ludwig to the Plantation International. I competed him this weekend in the 3-star class. Obviously, the 3 stars a notch lower than in what he can compete, but it was sort of one of those events that I chose to do the smaller class just because I've been recovering from an injury, and I thought putting Ludwig around a slightly easier track would be a little bit less concussive to my injuries. And I got to say, after finishing this weekend, I'm very, very relieved to say that I feel good as gold. Ludwig did the dressage here on Thursday morning. He was one of the first to go in the class, and he did a cracker of the dressage test here. He, I think he got a score of 24 or 23. And he finds all these movements quite easy. Obviously, in the 4-star and 5-star level, there's flying changes and whatnot. So it's actually pretty cool going and doing a slightly easier test. But like I said before, Ludwig just danced around it like it was nothing. I think there must have been 40 or 50 horses in the class, and he finished second after the dressage. Been very, very lucky that Silver's been doing the dressage on him while I've been healing up. So part of the reason why he went so well this weekend is I haven't even been riding him much. I started riding him probably about 10 days ago, and in that time I've done a couple of dressage sessions, one really light cross-country school and one show jumping session. Been very lucky. Peter Wild's actually been jumping him a bit. He took him to a couple jumping shows for us, and Silver obviously at home, and then Mike had been doing a bit of the fitness work. So horse is in great nick, great condition. My plan was just to get through this event unscathed. And I was sort of using this event as just a bit of a practice run, and in 2 weeks' time I'm going to actually, I think I'll take Ludwig to the Malvern Park horse trials in Virginia, and he'll do an advanced event there, and that will be a real deal proper track. So I chose to slow Ludwig, ride Ludwig a little bit slow in the cross country on Saturday, just with the idea, I don't like running them 2 weeks apart. I think it's sometimes a little bit hard on their legs, but we're on crunch time now, so I thought I'd just go nice and slow around the cross country at Plantation here on an easier track, and then in 2 weeks' time we'll run him again at Malvern Park, which will be a bigger, longer track. And then if that goes well, I want to fly him to California about 3 weeks later, and he'll do the 4-star long at Galloway Downs. So there's a lot of ifs and maybes between then and now, but Ludwig finished this event good and sound, and he was very good in all 3 phases. Obviously, one of the best things about Ludwig is how good he is in the dressage. Like, he's just an incredible mover. He's extravagant. He's accurate. The judges love him. And yeah, he's obviously always going to put in these great dressage tests. Ludwig, you'll see in a second, did a wicked good show jumping round. I was just absolutely thrilled with him. And cross country, I got to say, he was a bit fresh and wild. You'll see a little bit of that on the video today too. I haven't, in the 2 months while I've been out of action, he's only done a little bit of practice cross country, just one day, and I sort of just did 10 jumps. And man, when I warmed him up for the cross country on Saturday, he was breathing fire. He was so excited to be running cross country again. He was a little bit strong, and it wasn't the best course for him. There's lots of uphills and downhills on the cross country, Ludwig gets pretty amped up, and so he was a little bit out of control. But I've got a bit of time now between Malvern Park and now, just to give him just a bit of relaxation and some steady cross country training. just to slow him down a bit and get him to calm down. But this is his show jumping. This is, I know it was a small course. It was 1.20 m, and Ludwig just jumped it unreal. It's the best I've had him show jumping. He's spending time in the air. He's being careful. He's, sometimes he can get excited and run at the jumps, and he just stayed cool and calm throughout the course. And like I said, but I have to give credit to Peter Wild a bit. He's jump schooled him probably 3 or 4 or 5 times maybe while I've been injured, and it's made a great difference. He jumped him at Princeton for us a couple of weeks ago. And watch this next jump. This was actually felt my groin pull a bit in the air. He jumped so high over this one. Watch his back end here. Ludwig's flying. I mean, he's a naturally careful horse, and I think now that he's more confident, he's just spending more time up in the air. So, yeah, I was thrilled with the way he show jumped here, and it wouldn't have mattered if it was 2 holes, 3 holes bigger, he would have jumped good. And this is obviously the cross country, and my intention was to go slow and just trying to keep him calm. And he started out all right, but as the course got on, he got pretty keen and fired up. And that's the key with him cross country, I think, is to try and keep him relaxed and try and have him in a place where he's not just running blind at the jumps. But I was pleased with all this stuff. Like, I obviously running him about 70% speed and just trying to keep him relaxed and calm. And this is just the sort of first section of the course, and he's a good boy here. But then as the course went on, he got more and more fired up. I've got him quite fit, I think. We've been galloping him quite a lot. So if the master plan of running him at Morven Park and then to Galloway Down hangs in there, I think we've got a real chance. This part would be the hardest part of the horse. With the cross country, I've got him confident and brave and wanting to jump everything, but he just sort of gets a bit feisty here, and this is hard to go fast on a horse that's sort of running at the jumps a bit. But hey, we're in business. I'm in business. It's great to be competing again, and yeah, I'm fired up to finish this 2020 off well with Ludwig. I think if everything stays in good order here, we've got a good chance of winning a big one at the end of the year at Galloway Downs. We'll just see how it all pans out. But I'd like to thank everyone for the support, and I'll check in with you later. Thank you.